If you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip?
The Bellagio, 5 Diamond, World Poker Tour, $10,000 main event.
Come fly with me, let's fly away.
Last year, this event got over 800 people, giving out $1.9 million to first place. This year, we're in it. There's no reason we can't win. Let's stay positive, let's stay in the zone, let's ride this heater, let's bag a big stack on day one.
If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay.
All right, players, take your seats. Time starts in seat number 2.
Come fly with me, let's fly away.
With blinds at 100-100, action folds to one of the softer spots of the table, an older Caucasian recreational. He makes it 300. I'm in the big blind with 9-10 of diamonds. Good 3-bet, but we're 400 blinds deep. Let's see a flop. Flop comes 8-7-3, 1 diamond. Very good flop for my completing range in the big blind. I check, he bets 600. Standard would probably be to call with our big draw and overs, but we want to take the aggressive route and really rep this board, get him to fold out his over cards and ace highs. So I make it 2,000, and he eventually puts in the call. So I'm not putting him on anything too strong, maybe 8x. Slight chance of an overpair that's scared of 2-pair or a set. The turn brings a 3, definitely not the best card for me, it doesn't change much with the board, but I'm going to continue to rep my story and bet 2,500. He thinks for almost a minute and puts in the call. I don't think he has a draw, I think he has a made hand, maybe jacks plus. So unless we improve on the river, I don't think we're going to continue with the bluff. The river is a jack. Let's hope he doesn't have pocket jacks. I size up to 7,000 He goes deep in the tank. I tell myself if he raises, I'm gonna fold, as gross as that may be. But he puts in the call. We show our straight, and we win. 2 hours in, first break, we have 50,000 chips from our 40,000 starting stack. Things are going great. There are some tough opponents on my left. Tony Gargano, Manic Loser, and Alex Foxen. Manic had already busted 2 Alex Foxen Kings versus Aces. Pretty tough table overall, so we're gonna play tight, aggressive ABC poker, 2 hours at a time.
You just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay.
With blinds at 200, 300, 300, a few minutes before break, Alex Foxen is directly across from me in the 9 seat. I'm in the 6 seat. He's been very aggressive and staring at everyone in a very uncomfortable serial killer type of stare. I raise Jack 9 of clubs in the low jack to 800, folds to him on the button, and he asks to see my chips. He should know damn well I have around 50,000 chips. Usually when people do this, it's because they have a hand that they don't want to have to call a shove with, and they got to see, what I'm working with. So he makes it 2,600, folds back to me, Jack 9 of clubs. Not the greatest spot to just flat call pre. Doesn't feel very fun folding pre. Based on this read and his general aggressiveness, we're gonna go for the 4-bet. I have not 4-bet yet, so let's do it. Let's get that range advantage. 8,000 chips is the bet, and he folds. We're now on second break, going to 200, 400, 400 with about 55,000 chips. Nice, steady chip.
But once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near.
With blinds at 200, 400, 400, action folds to the low jack. Martin Zumani, Ben Zumani's brother, opens to 1,000. I'm next to act with Queen 10 of clubs and 50,000 chips. Good 3-bet, but I think the better play is to flat call. We put in the call. Action folds to Alex Foxen in the big blind, and he is going to call almost any 2. Flop comes 9-8-5. With the 9-8 of clubs, we got a straight flush draw. Action checks around to me, and I got a decision to make. Do I put in the bet and risk being check raised by Foxen in the big blind? He's got a better range for this board texture, but I got a monster draw. I'm gonna play it a little sneaky. I put in the check. The turn is an 8, pairing the board. Definitely not a great card for me, although I would check back some 8s, 8-7, 8-6 suited, hands like that. Foxen checks, Zumani bets 2,300. We got position. We can rep some stuff on the river depending on what happens, or we might just get there with a jack or a club. Queen might be good. I put in the call. Foxen folds. The river is a queen of hearts. Zumani bets 5,500. What's he repping? Pocket 9s? Ace queen? I don't know, but as played, I don't think we can find the fold. I call, and he shows ace king of clubs. We both flop the flush draw. Unlucky the jack of clubs didn't peel off at any point, especially the turn, or I would have stacked him. But we take down a nice pot, and we're now up to 60,000 chips.
Players can remain up at you and welcome to take your seats back.
Our stack fluctuates ever so slightly with every hand we play. The table is very tough. Only 1 recreational and 8 pros. We guess that's what happens in Bellagio 10Ks, but we're gonna stay focused and play our hands to the best of our ability. Hopefully we bag and tag. And we have bagged. $56,000 chips from a 40K starting stack. Not bad at all considering our table draw and card distribution. We're coming back strong for day 2. Let's see who's at our table.